Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be working on the plot analysis of Oliver Twist. When Oliver Twist was first published in 1838, it was not fashionable to write novels that showed life in all its miserable reality. But Dickens wanted to shock his readers. He wanted to show criminals as they really were, and to reveal all the horrors and violence that hid in the narrow, dirty back streets of London. So he gives us the evil Fagin, the brutal Bill Sikes, and a crowd of thieves and robbers who lie and cheat and steal and live in fear of prison or the hangman's rope around their necks. We have checked some chapters. We are actually finishing our novel, so today I want to start with the end of our work with Oliver Twist. For this, I want you to be clear on the plot because we are going to be working with the plot itself. What is a plot? A plot is a literary term used to describe the events that make up a story or the main part of a story. These events relate to each other in a pattern or sequence. The structure of a novel depends on the organization of events in the plot of the story. Plot is known as the foundation of a novel or story, around which the characters and settings are built. You know that settings and characters are also very important within the story, so this is also part of our analysis. It is meant to organize information and events in a logical or sequential manner. When writing the plot of a piece of literature, the author has to be careful that it does not dominate the other parts of the story. What does this mean? It means that even though the author wants to have the sequence of the plot, he or she needs to be careful with the details surrounding everything. So the author at the end gives the reader a complete story with lots of information and background from characters and settings. Primary elements of a plot. There are 5 main elements in a plot. Let's see them. We have the exposition, the rise in action, the climax, the fall in action, and the resolution. The exposition is the beginning of the story, where characters and settings are established. The conflict or main problem is introduced as well. We have also the rise in action, which is a series of events build up to the conflict. The main characters are established by the time the rise in action occurs in the plot. And at the same time, events begin to get more complicated. It is during this part of a story that excitement, tension, or crisis is encountered. Then we may find the climax. In the climax, or the main point of the story, we have this turning point. This means the moment of highest interest and emotion, leaving the reader wondering what is going to happen next. After that, we have the fall in action. The fall in action, or the winding up of the story, occurs when events and complications begin to resolve. The result of the actions of the main characters are put forward. Then, by the end of this, we have the resolution or the conclusion of the story, which is just the end of it, which may occur with either a happy or a tragic ending. So, having all of these things together, we may find different aspects that I want you to evaluate in the final chapters of our story. We are actually just missing 4 chapters of the novel. So what I want you to do is to work on the plot with all the 5 elements I just mentioned, but I also want you to describe the setting and the characters to have a full and complete analysis. I will be posting the requirements for this analysis in the platform next week. So in the meantime, just finish reading the 4 missing chapters, and we are going to have a discussion in our conference as well. Thank you guys, and we'll be in contact soon. Take lots of care.